Mental Health Awareness Week, and so today we wanted to talk to you about what mental health is, why it is so important that we look after our own and each other's mental health, and also introduce you to some of the ways that we as a school can do this over the course of next week. Mental health includes our psychological, social and emotional well-being. It affects how we think, feel and act. Mental health is just as important as physical health and is something that we all need to look after. Everyone has mental health. It exists on a continuum. It is changeable, complex and very real. It is so important that we better understand mental health, not only how we can look after our own, but also how we can help take care of other people's. Ahead of next week, we have come up with a range of activities for both staff and students to get involved in based on the 5 ways to wellbeing, which Mrs. Torra Pierce is now going to tell you a little bit more about. Over to you, Mrs. Torra Pierce.
The 5 ways to wellbeing suggest there are 5 steps you can take to improve your mental health and wellbeing. The 5 ways to wellbeing are as follows. Take notice or be mindful, which means paying more attention to the present moment. This includes your thoughts and feelings, the body and the world around you. Be active, which involves getting involved in some form of physical activity, be it going on a walk or riding your bike. Connect. This involves how we make connections with society and our community. Keep learning. This emphasises the importance of how learning new skills can also improve your mental well-being. Even if you feel like you don't have enough time, there are lots of different ways to bring learning into your life. And finally, give. This shows how small acts of kindness towards other people can help both yours and other people's mental health. Next week, from the 18th to the 24th of May, is Mental Health Awareness Week. Mental Health Awareness Week is the UK's national week to raise awareness of mental health and mental health problems and to encourage action to help promote the message of good mental health for all. As a school, we're going to play our part in raising awareness for mental health, and we're going to be running lots of activities for both staff and students, albeit virtually, in order to highlight the importance of taking care of our own and others' mental well-being. Every year the Mental Health Foundation comes up with a theme for the week, and quite aptly this year's theme is kindness.
The last few months have been strange, and there have been difficult times for everyone. We saw this story on the Mental Health Foundation website and thought it perfectly summed up the reason why this year's theme for Mental Health Awareness Week is kindness. It read, "Last week, I waited in a socially distanced queue outside the supermarket as the rain started to fall. One of the staff noticed we were getting wet. He scurried away to find a pile of umbrellas, carefully disinfected the handles, and passed them out with a smile. To my surprise, my eyes started to well up. At a time when I felt alone, I suddenly felt connected." If I asked you the last time you gave or experienced kindness, you would tell me stories of when you felt moved, protected, held, seen, or loved. So despite the difficult times, stories like that and images like this demonstrate the positives that we can take away from this pandemic. So if anyone asks you, or if you are sat wondering what will become of us after all of this, the answer is we will become kinder. We hope that the world will be a kinder place. People will look after and support each other, and most importantly, truly care for one another. Remember, kindness matters.
Since the coronavirus outbreak, so many acts of kindness have been observed. On the news, we have seen Colonel Tom Moore, the 100-year-old gentleman who has raised an incredible amount of money to support the wonderful work of the NHS. We have also seen Mr. Powell, the primary school teacher, who has been delivering lunches to students and checking in to see how they are doing at this difficult time. But as well as these televised examples of kindness, we are proud to say that we have seen so many acts of kindness from both staff and students at Invictus. Students painting rainbows in support of the NHS, Lewis raising money for Russell's Hall Hospital, staff creating protective masks for those on the front line, Kimber delivering treat packages to NHS workers, Rebecca raising money for St John's Ambulance, and both staff and students sending kind and supportive messages during our time apart. The generosity and kindness shown by you all has been lovely to see, and let's see it continue, not just during these strange times, but also moving forward. Kindness costs nothing, but means everything.
first way to well-being is take notice. Research has shown that being aware of what is taking place in the present can improve your well-being. Heightened awareness of the current moment also improves your self-understanding and helps you make positive choices based upon your motivations and values. Take some time to enjoy the moment and the environment around you. Here are a few ideas. Have a clear the clutter day. Go on a walk and take notice of your surroundings. Take notice for things that have made your day that little bit brighter. For example, what are you grateful for? And on Monday, join us for a 20-minute mindfulness session at 3:30. Staff and students see your emails for more details.
The second way to well-being is to be active. Regular physical activity is associated with improved mood and promoting positive mental well-being. This exercise doesn't need to be particularly intense to have these benefits. Slower paced activities such as walking can get us out in the fresh air and really boost our mood. Today, why not try to get physical? Here are a few ideas. Go out for a walk, play some sports in your garden, have a dance, do a TikTok routine like Miss Crean, go on a jog. Me and Miss Northwood did this for our 2.6 challenge. And if you do, on Tuesday, record this jog on Map My Run and let's see who can create the strangest route. For example, can we spell out Ellowes? Staff, students, the challenge is on.
The third way to well-being is connect. Feeling close to and valued by other people is important for everyone. Maintaining contact with friends and family, especially in the current climate, is incredibly important and can have extremely positive effects on our mental health. With this in mind, try to do something different today and make a connection. You could check in on a friend or family member that you haven't been able to see in a while and ask how they are doing. Ask twice and really listen to how they are doing. This could be through a virtual coffee. Play a game with your family at home or just make time for a conversation. Talking can really help our mental health, especially when we're finding things difficult. And on Wednesday, why not play a game of Connect 4, either at home or virtually? Send in your efforts and we'll see how many people we can get playing Connect 4 at the same time. Staff, we will be hosting a tea and talk morning for you all too. Bring your favourite mug and or sweet treats. Best in show to be judged by Mary Berry herself.
The fourth way to well-being is to keep learning. Creating opportunities to keep on learning new things can improve self-esteem and plays an important role in enhancing our mental health and well-being. Why not learn something new today? Here are a few ideas. Sign up for a class. There are lots online at the moment, from Joe Wicks to Strictly Come Dancing. Read a book. Watch a documentary or listen to a podcast. And on Thursday, why not take up a new hobby and send in your photos to show us what you've been up to.
Finally, the fifth way to well-being is give, and is extremely pertinent to the theme of kindness that we discussed earlier. Individuals who report a greater interest in helping others are more likely to regard themselves as happy. Giving to others is so important, especially at the moment. It is so important to pull together and support and look out for one another. It definitely does make the world a better place. As we mentioned earlier, there are so many ways you can practice these small and random acts of kindness, and amazingly, so many of you are already doing so thank you. However, in addition to giving to others, it is also so important at the moment to look after yourself. Taking time for yourself to ensure you're protecting your own mental health is crucially important. So remember to take care of yourself at this time also. There are so many ways to give. Here are just a few. Give your time. Take time to listen to a friend, a family member. Just being with people and giving them your time can mean so much. Ask a neighbour if they need help with anything. Write a note to someone, take a photo of it and send it to them. And on Friday, if someone has done something kind for you, not just since we've been away from school, it can be from any time, send a nomination in and we will announce these in a future assembly. Staff, you can get on board with this too. Has a colleague done something for you that you are thankful for? Let us know, it will be sure to brighten up someone's day. After all, in a world where you can be anything, be kind. Smiling is infectious, you can catch it like the flu. When someone smiled at me today, I started smiling too. I passed around the corner and someone saw my grin. When he smiled, I realised I'd passed it on to him. I thought about that smile, then I realised its worth. A single smile, just like mine, could travel round the earth. So if you feel a smile begin, don't leave it undetected. Let's start an epidemic quick and get the world infected.